live the creed. As the echo bend sound, I and I will heed the call. Sharpen our focus, working one for all, to the mission at hand, liberating this nation. I and I trod the vital trod, knowing still yet battles to be won, battles to be won. Let the hungry be fed, the naked be clothed, the sick be nourished by I and I. Protect our age, care for the little ones. Let us live no lie. Banish illusion, banish greed. I and I say.
A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the Trenchtown Culture Yard in Kingston. This is the home of reggae music. This is where it all started for the greats, including Robert Nesta Marley. I'm here with Michael Smith, aka Mikey Beard, aka Mikey Knowledge, a prominent recording artist, a man who's a community activist, a man who believes in the upliftment of Trenchtown. Today, as we discuss going forward with Tata Fi Youths, we always will want the blessing of Mikey, because Mikey have endorsed so many community initiatives. And this is just one. I was talking to him a while ago. He told me that bTown, Tata grow weed. And from Tata grow weed, anything that has to do with moving the legacy of Tata forward, then I personally will endorse it. So Mike, how are you doing?
Yeah, man. Blessings every time.
Tell us a little insight of you growing up with the legendary Vincent Tata as a young youth in a Trenchtown.
Well, I want to tell you everything we learn. We learn it right here, right among those elders.
Yeah.
This is the yard we born and grew up. Mm-hmm. Mother, father, auntie, grandmother, every one of us. So we're all around that, like a part of our family.
It's a family thing?
Yes, it was like a father figure within the yard. Everyone, anything they can relate to him and he deal with it. Likewise, when Bob Marley mother they gone the left him. And that was like a protector.
Okay.
So as long as in the road Tata, no one there. Yes, that he was that protector for the community, not only for us, but for the community at large. Yeah. So as me I say, anything pertaining to Tata, we endorse that, 1,000,000%.
What was your personal experience with Tata that will stand out with you? Will always cherish?
You know what I always cherish? The guitar was in the museum.
Yeah.
That was Bob's guitar, you know?
Okay.
And he put in my hand and I said, God, play that, you know. He said, God, play that, learn to play. Sometimes when I have a music card, I tell you. Mm-hmm. Every year Tata sing, you think like a Bob, you know, all of them slow rag, a Tata that. Wow. So I always beat me, make a music, and give me and say, you all hear G, E, and go to E minor and come back. So. And me play that time with them sing, man. You understand me? I say, that's our thing will never come out of me. And bring me round that music setting. Yeah. You understand? He's alright. Say when Bob was here, most time all Bob Bonwell and Peter just not about. Bob there on the Tata, him and Tata. Them will just come and, what you say, like the fire more.
Yes,
like the fire.
yes.
So,
the fire
where you call it now, oil to the fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Fire didn't done light. Tata and Bob with that. Because Bob not gone away now. Bob just itch up and just music day and night. And Tata they always there with the man. When Peter just them come now, them we just fill in them little part, but it done though already. So Tata was very important in all aspects at the coming within the group. Even though, as you know, Joe X was the teacher.
The musical director more.
Yes, he was the director of the whole process. But Tata was the, what I call it now, influencer.
The influencer. Yeah, but you can call it that, the influencer.
Yes.
In moving forward now with the concept of King Atawa and Junior Ellis and yourself, Tata Fi Youths is a great initiative because it is it's an initiative that I personally endorse because I once was a youth growing up under very similar or maybe even worse circumstances, because we used to go to school barefooted. Nobody can tell about white squad.
Yeah, man, we don't know about them things.
So the harshness of not able to have anything. Whenever I see a group, an individual doing what he enjoys doing, I'm always there to support it. So this was like cover the Trenchtown area of youth.
Yes. And most time, we just don't just say Trenchtown. We have nearby, we have Rostown, and we have Btown there. Where our thing is Trenchtown. Trenchtown first and foremost.
Yes, but
then we like
branch out to a giant
community.
Yeah.
So as long as it can reach the adjoining community, that's good for us.
What are some of the needs that you see with our youths, especially the younger ones? Because those are the ones that we're focusing on.
So the youth, them right now, them are more parental guidance. As I said, the children have children, Children never learn fully, so them not teach the children because they never learn certain things. So that is a thing where you need more parental guidance. Because for instance, when we are youth, and our mother or father not about, big people still around now. We have to do like your mother and father still about in the yard. You still have to keep that discipline and that principle that not there again. And then nowadays, when that's a kids that have kids. Nothing wrong with that, because we don't know the
Yeah, right.
But they need more.
But the same grooming, the same family traits should be adapted.
Yeah, that breakdown.
Yeah.
And as long as we can bring back that within, so that's why you need more guidance.
Yes.
The parents, they can, so they need enough teaching too. So you need more groups, like for example, where you teach all of those mothers, young mothers and fathers, them go on.
Parent Teachers Association meeting was a great thing. I don't see the utilizing it. No.
Every month or something.
And that is where you learn how your child is doing in school.
I check out the operation in school nowadays. The youth them now have that respect for the teacher. When they go to school, that wasn't there. A teacher part of the learning processes, bringing up I as youth. You understand? You see that in the place. I believe that when we come back there from abroad, bad. It is bad. It is a bad one time, but it get worse.
No.
As I just that me like we want to see it back, and we are trying to instill in our community that kind of principle. You understand?
Well,
that's why I mean, man endorse anything when we move.
It's moving in that direction.
Yes, I mean.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm here talking to Michael Smith, aka Mikey Knowledge, from the famous group from Trenchtown. We have a number of recordings out there. You can get them online on all digital platforms. Mikey, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, man, every time I want to a big storm, you don't know that anytime you do anything, it reach out,
Most definitely.
Yeah, I know that, definitely.
Michael Smith, ladies and gentlemen, endorsing the Tata Fi Youths initiative coming on the 27th of August, right here in Trenchtown. Culture.
Yes. Respect.
Yeah. A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again at the Culture Yard, Trenchtown Culture Yard. This is the famous yard that Bob Marley grew up in, along with Rita Marley, meeting Peter Tosh, Bunny Wheeler, and of course Vincent Tata Ford. As you know, Vincent Tata Ford is a unique individual, an individual that a lot of people have said it, not just me, who is a man that rounded Bob Marley, influenced him, as Mikey Smith would say, the influencer. And of course, such great song like No Woman No Cry was an inspiration of Tata Ford. And Tata Ford is the rightful writer for that song. Today I'm here with Atawa, King Atawa, Terryland, but he's popularly known as King Atawa. He came up with an initiative to kind of reach out to the inner city youths since 2014, approximately 6 years ago. And the pandemic kind of slowed down a little bit, and since we're open up a little bit, we're trying to get it back together again for the 27th of August this year. So, King Atawa, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about the concept of, but before we go into that, tell us a little bit about King Atawa.
I don't know, that name was a name. I don't know where we get from father growing up and thing, you know. So with us, the name there. Yeah, now I hear that name there everywhere. The name you hear it, it's the kind of stand out. So that name there. Atawa is a powerful name, you know. We just hold on upon it and just enforce it.
Yeah, you know if it's origin, whether it's from a particular place in Africa?
Yeah, I know exactly where it comes from.
Where?
In Mali.
Mali?
Yeah. The great kings them come from.
Where the great kings. Well, here we are, fast forwarding to July, August now. Today's like the 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd.
And in another 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have the 27th of August.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Tata Fi Youths, how you started this and where you intend for it to go.
Well, Tata Fi Youths been in the making from a while now. As I said, from 2016, I started putting things together where after a while, you know, so we need to expand the thing to put this out, you know, the youth them, because they honestly, the youth them now get really bad, the fullness, the enjoyment and certain things like, I have to say to myself, I'm happy, create a thing for the youth them, and stand for the students can have certain things, back to school, learning things more than all these things are, them see out here, want to create a positive force. So by doing that now, create that and figure it out and bring it to a couple of members them we have around them and them agree on it with us. I just start keep some event with it and push it out. Slowly by surely we just take the time and do it. They say really a span from an grow now.
I know starting an initiative of that nature, as big as you want it to be, you didn't get the sponsorship to go along with it. So it was mostly you actually taking money from your own pocket,
Yeah, definitely.
friends and so on.
Definitely, most of that thing is mostly in pocket from my funds really, my thing pushing it, you know, along the way, you know. Lately probably out like say about 2021, you know, BSC, I'm doing a BSC, come in and picture, start enforcing thing with me. Build a little team with a secretary and start looking at it and all. Kind of ease off some of the pressure alone and say, look, going to go kind of get it together.
Yeah.
I've been out there pushing everything. Everyone knew about it, but when the thing comes out, one way it's like no one to really support the thing. Financial part of it or whatever.
Well,
but
that's,
still have to push it still, no matter what.
well, that is where Big Stone Records come in, Big Stone Television comes in, because we believe in upliftment of every community, every single community that is striving for excellence. That is where my mindset is at. So when I heard from Junior B.S. Ellis of your initiative, Tata Fi Youths, it was something like a breath of fresh air. Reaching out to Michael Smith again, a longtime friend, you know, endorsing the project and everything. It was very easy for me to pick up myself and come on down here and give you a platform where you can reach out to possible sponsors, like-minded people who are overseas. Because every nickel may come up here. Somebody sending 50 US or 100 US, even if they don't want to send money, they probably can walk into a dollar store and get some pencils and some pens and some books and some so on, because that is what Tata Fi Youths is geared at, trying to make sure the have-nots have, you know? So this year, the 27th of August, how will it take? What form will it take going into this event?
It's going to take a great form, you know. First and foremost, it's like, doing them time, the another month, I may have plan out some things, I may have to myself, so, you know, I try to figure the thing out so, you know, it's like, you get a call, the call is like, call so powerful because the Almighty send a different vision to brighten the view. And you know that was you. Yes, David. So now I kind of actually think more on a more different picture. That the Almighty I say, you know what, once you do your thing, eventually, they send you to send him to you.
The right people will come together, most
and
definitely.
that's right there. So right now, as we say now, it's like there are a few little barrel coming and get some little books and some little book. You know, the whole school work.
Yeah. Well, when I asked you about the format it will take, I was just trying to see if you're going to have maybe some sporting activities in the early morning of the event where the kids them can intermingle. You know what I mean? Play a little game.
Yeah, man, all of that. Yeah, every year we do all of that. You know, we do a little catchings, a little game playing, a little singing contest, and
then. But this year, I would suggest that after you do the things with the kids and so on, you can entertain them with a nice concert at the end of the day. Maybe at the end of the day, you probably could have some professionals coming in, lending their time, because this is a very important gesture.
You know, so every year we do it still. Have artists coming in from Bad Sard, Fredlocks, Atawa. All of them artists always coming in. We always bringing some artists after you them and them see the artists them and them look at thing then after through the night we bring a little thing for the elderly. For the adult them come enjoy the thing.
Exactly.
So we always have a couple of artists night for them here.
There's no cover charge, right?
No. We're not.
But if somebody want to bring a donation and
donations are always welcome.
You need that.
Welcome.
So you have a contact number we can put out to the world that if somebody want to call you from, say, the United States and send some funding or so on, so who can they talk to? You have a number that you can go public with?
Yeah, man, we have a number we can give them. Secretary, we can give them CMB and go to it CMB.
The number is?
The number 876 then 819-2737.
Okay. Repeat that?
819-2737.
Okay, and then ladies and gentlemen, of course, we'll have it in the description below and you'll see it on the screen as we're speaking. Tata Fi Youths. It's a beautiful thing. I love the title of it. And I guess we'll be moving on eventually into scholarships and so on.
Yeah, man, we're going to do all of that because right now we are trying to fund. Right now we're starting to fund like even 1 and 2 youths. You know, schooling and take that responsibility and pay for them. You know, that's, you know, the garrison and the youth and some people can't afford schooling, so we are starting all of that.
Yeah.
And we can pay for them.
I have a group of people that I do some work with, and part of what we suggested was we're looking at 3 areas of discipline. 1, we're starting at the home, you know, everything starts at the home. And 2, we're moving right into the schools. And 3, right into the community. So we're going to go into the homes, the school, and the community. And if we can lock them in, you know what I mean, people at home, because remember back in the days, you know, Atawa, no matter how poor we were, we always share at the dinner table. And at the dinner table is where you hear if there's a problem within the family. At the dinner table, you'll be able to fix whatever problem there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore. Mama and Papa come in, there's no Mama and Papa, there's only Mama alone. Sometimes there's only Papa. And whatever food is on the table, him share, the person pick up his plate and go around the sun, next man go around the sun. See, there's no union, there's no joining there.
Like before,
yeah, we need to bring that back where we can eat together. You know, they say the family that prays together, stay together. You know, and then we can move into the schools where we can utilize Parent-Teachers Association meeting. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was geared at the parent knowing who's taking care of her child at school. The parent knowing that the child is being cared for by a prominent teacher. And also that teacher will be able to say, well, this is how your son and this is how your daughter have been doing. We haven't seen Peter for 3 days. Peter missed school. You didn't know that because you send Peter to school every day. So Parent-Teachers Association meeting is very important for you to know exactly how your child is operating, if they're going to school or what they're doing at school and so on and so forth. So Tata Fi Youths is a great initiative. I endorse it, and I'm imploring all of you, no matter where you are, every make a muckle. That telephone number that was handed down to you, we want you to utilize that number. If you can't send cash and you can send kind, call. Who can they ask for on that number?
Annie Ellis.
Annie Ellis. So you'll ask for Ann Elliott or Annie Elliott, and whatever you want to send, whether it's cash or coin, she'll give you all the necessary information for you to do so. Coming on the 27th of August this year, we're asking every single one of you to be a part of this. The initiative Tata Fi Youths is also geared on carrying forward the legacy of a great man, a man that inspired Bob Marley, and no normal man can inspire Bob. So if Tata was able to do that and to write songs with Bob together, you know that Tata Ford, Vincent Tata Ford, is a name that was permanently etched in history. The song No Woman No Cry was actually penned by Vincent Tata Ford. He has the rights to that song. And we want his name to live on because he's a community man, as Michael Smith would say, a man who is always there. Even when he lost his legs due to diabetes, he was able to save the life of somebody else. So he wasn't a selfish man. And that is why we're here to support King Atawa and all his endeavors. Anything else you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I just want to say,
thank a few people.
I big up the team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
From Annie Ellis, you know, to BSA, you know, Junior Ellis, because, you know, I don't know myself, because I don't know them people there. I strength, and I don't know my big brother.
Of love, man.
But I always talk see me and I support the strong.
I will look at brother Michael.
You don't know Mikey and the big brother same way. You don't know Mikey and the big brother same way. We don't even mention, because we don't even mention them in the full on.
Yeah, them in the full on.
Yeah, but that's the thing there. And 27 just come out and come enjoy the thing, because it will be a marvelous
What time you start that day?
I start.
You should start earlier than that.
Yes, you should start earlier than that.
Yeah, man, the kids them up, 10 o'clock would be a nice time for you. Them come out early, man, and get a nice full day of activities and so on. By 1 o'clock, you know, adults can start coming in and, you know, and then by 4 o'clock the concert kick off.
I just say, you know, teamwork, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
Big brother say,
full day,
big
man.
brother say 1 o'clock thing and I told, we're going to work about like, we put it at 10 o'clock, as
yeah.
Big brother say, we are read globally, 10 o'clock.
So by 1 o'clock, it blow up.
Yeah, but so at 10 o'clock we are started.
You know, Jamaicans say, you know, if you tell them 10 o'clock, you know, it's really 1 o'clock, you know.
Alright, then see it there.
But
Big
10 o'clock, now at least a few people will start streaming in and so on. I will be here to cover the event and help to host the event as well with a number of artists. And from time to time, we're going to be keeping you with updates and so on. So just want to thank you very much for listening in. Don't forget the name, Tata Fi Youths, you know. Named after, of course, Vincent Tata Ford, a legend, an icon, a pioneer.
Yeah, man, you don't know.
Rastafari, the Almighty.
Blessings.
Thank you.